There weren't any more points, right?
Yell it out inside the 10.
All right, friends. We're live outside Kroger Field after another Lexington letdown. The Cats have now gone 0-4 in the SEC. This time, though, they fooled us. They went up 10-0. We were loving it. First lead since they had Georgia down 3-0 in here, but they surrendered 24 unanswered, and Auburn fans are going home happy. There's a lot of them right there. I've heard way too many War Eagles.
A lot of pom-poms.
Here with Nick Roush, Adam Luckett, doing this thing we do where we get mad late on Saturday. Nick Roush, we started this routine. You've got to get going to Mark Stoops' press conference soon.
I'm sure that'll be so much fun.
What would you like to share with us from your experience tonight, sir?
I mean, the offense isn't good. It's never been good. They're just not really good at anything. They had 224 total yards. 115 were on the first two drives. It was not good. It was very bad offense. We should have expected that with Demi Sumakarmbe up. The thing that I don't get, though, Drew, about tonight, and we do have this to talk about, and I'm excited that it's a talking point. We get to talk about, is there a quarterback controversy? Who's going to be the quarterback? Quarterbacks the least of their problems. They're bad. Gavin's not better. There's never been a time, 1 second in this entire season where I thought to myself, maybe Gavin Wimsatt could fix this. It's never even crossed my mind because he is what he is. Whenever I see him in the game, I'm like, it's just not. It's not anything. There's nothing there that I see as this it's going to be a spark. But he got a pass interference penalty drawn, and so they got a first down.
Well, Nick Roush, if I may say one positive thing, he got him down to the goal line.
Oh, the 2-yard line?
Yeah, got down to the goal line.
Surely they scored, right, Drew? 2-yard line.
No, actually, Nick, I believe this is the third straight week they've been on the goal line and had 0 points.
That can't be right, Drew, because when you get on the 2-yard line, here, you go 1, 2, touchdown, right? You just 1, 2, touchdown. That's pretty easy, right? That should be easy. You just run it in.
Nope.
Well, at least they could kick a field goal, right?
No. 0 points.
Zero points. 10 points. Still haven't got that magic number of 21. We're still waiting for 21 points against an SEC foe. But I'm sorry, season ticket holders, you're not going to see an SEC win this year. It sucks. I mean, I don't know what else to say. The offense is bad, and I can't even blame the defense because even when Auburn, Hugh Freeze was begging Kentucky to stay in the game. It was an idiotic move to run a trick play on 3rd and 5 instead of just give the ball to Jarquez Hunter. They get grounding. They miss the field goal. It's a 7-point game with, 18 minutes to play or something like that?
Yeah,
and
never some life.
But you just knew the offense couldn't do anything. So it was sad. It was depressing, and it sucks because it's not going to get any better anytime soon. So we just kind of got to trudge through this final month of the season.
Before you go have these uncomfortable conversations with in the press conference, big picture just around Stoops. What's the Stoops vibe?
It's not good, mostly because this isn't this was supposed to be a payoff here. If you look at the way, I was talking about in the preseason, it felt kind of like a last ride because of the way the roster is stacked up with seniors and upperclassmen. They're going to have to rebuild. They're going to have to reload. This is like a 2-year rebuild. It's going to be a tough schedule next year. This is a 2-year rebuild, at least, no matter who's the coach. And I know you want to end it on a high, Drew. I heard you talking about the pregame show. Stoops probably wants to end on a high. His best chance of doing that was at the Louisville game. I don't think that's an option anymore if that wants to be the case. So it's going to get worse before. Buckle up, folks.
Hard to get worse than where we are right now. You will pass that off to Luckett so you can get back.
You always thought if you could just get one on the road, just give us one, then the chance to have a really good season. Now they got one, and it looks like right now they're going to go 1-7 in league play. It's just very, very disappointing. It's 7 SEC home losses in a row, Drew. The vibes aren't great. There's just not a lot of good right now. What can you really even say? The whole strength of this team really was their defensive front and being able to stop teams on defense. Kirby Smart and Lane Kiffin both talked about how good Kentucky's front was and how much they were hard to deal with. Florida ran for over 200 non-sack rushing yards. Now Auburn got to near 300. Jarquez Hunter look like Bo Jackson today.
Yeah, career day, right?
Yeah, and it's 2 backs in a row that have had career-high rushing performances against this defense. And that was the one thing they could always hang their hat on was their run defense. So last week you get chunk played to death in the passing game. This week you get chunk played to death in the run game. So it's just like, man, what are you going to do? Then the Gavin Wimsatt move, I think, they were just kind of out of answers. They were looking for a spark and trying to find a spark. And now you sit here at, 3-5, 1-5 in the league?
1-5 in the league.
And
Auburn jumped you. You're now in 15th place. Just need Mississippi State.
Halfway through the second quarter, you got a goal ball to Dane Key. It was a great throw. Dane just can't pull it in. And so you have to... Kentucky got beat on line of scrimmage, both sides of the ball, handily. So it was gonna, even if they hit on those plays, it was gonna feel hard to win that game because they just got beat up front. They couldn't block Auburn inside. A lot of talk at this point was why did they run it inside? Because they couldn't block them inside. And then the defense, you give up all those rushing yards. You just got beat at the line of scrimmage, and that's what they want to hang their head on is line of scrimmage play. So it's not good, and it makes you worry like these other games, like how bad could it get? I mean, I think that's kind of your first thought after a game like that.
Sucks. I'm sitting here listening to you break it down. I got guys with horribly receding hairlines walking back, talking trash behind us. That's not fun in their own building.
It is what it is.
But it's happening for another time. I mean, the quarterback situation, do they just go back to Brock and hope it sticks? I
have no idea.
Really, the Murray...
It could go either direction. I have no idea what they're going to do. Like when Demi Simo-Karngbe gets back, what are they going to do? I guess if Chip Trainum comes back, what are they going to do? I don't know. I mean, part of the issue was they kept getting 3rd and long, and they were just, honestly, it felt like they would have been better just kneeling it every play. I think there were 5 drives in a row. They all ended when they got 3rd and long, and it was sack, interception, incomplete. I think is how it went. Just you couldn't do anything once you got behind the chains, and it was just a super frustrating game. I mean, Auburn was just way better after those first 3 series of the football game.
Congratulations, you all. Congratulations. So Murray, we're still going to assume, I guess Murray's pretty bad. We're counting that one. But, heck, I'm supposed to be going to Texas. You're going to Texas. Those tickets are dropping. Tennessee, no one feels good about that. Does the fan base should add Louisville in that conversation, is there one more pick ourselves up? I mean, that Louisville game's Thanksgiving weekend. You'll have the people that are in Lexington that aren't normally in. But other than that, how do you even get up for the Louisville game when you've been so disappointed at home?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. I think you need to see some fight from this team. Don't look like the worst team in the SEC because that's what they look like right now.
I'm worried about completely quitting after this point. I mean, I already thought that heading into this game. But to give up 24 unanswered and lose your last SEC home game, this is where you start worrying about the wheels completely falling off.
They are in.
Someone's talking to Steven back. Everything good back there, Steven?
Yeah, we're good.
A lot of things going on here. This really sucks a whole lot. A lot of Auburn fans here. When I pulled in the parking garage before the game, the guy scanning tickets said I've never scanned this many away people coming into the stadium, but I still thought Kentucky fans showed up a little better than I thought I would. But this was kind of Auburn's night. They got their Keeneland. They took over our bar. We're sitting here having to eat it. A team that lost 4 straight games. I had dinner with 2 Auburn fans last night. They're laughing, saying they don't think that they have anything in them, but it's Kentucky that lays another egg here. Luck and I are going to head in here and try to put some pieces together. I think I'm going to write a few words about how the hell do you go 0-4 at home. But these aren't fun. These aren't fun. We've been doing this a lot. We're normally over there at the statues. We try to do a new area. Excuse me, can't even talk. But another bad night outside of Kroger Field. We're cold.
It's not even just 0-4. It's 2-11 in their last 13 SEC games.
Oh God, I forgot that. It's actually 2.
And
lost 11 out of 13. What is the last one? Florida at home. The Ray Davis game. Is that the last win here?
No, the last win would be that was the last win here. Yes.
My goodness. Let's shut it down.
I mean, there's a lot of games where they're 2 games are double-digit or 2-possession favorites lose to both of them. The Vandy game, the post-Drew Franklin wedding, they lose as a 17-point favorite. So it's not even and they're losing these games they're not close. Like Missouri last year, you get beat by 18. South Carolina this year, you get beat by 25. Yeah, that was very similar to this game, Missouri last year. This game, you're
fun. We're trying our best. But as you all know at home, this sucks. We suck again. Another letdown. 0-4 for the Cats in the SEC at home. Favored in 3 of them.
Beat Murray? I don't know.